on the East Coast to stop releases for 5 days, then resume for 7, stop again, and so on. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
Good Friday morning. Traffic is slowing in Lehigh Acres on Sunshine Boulevard. It's unusually slow, really. If you are heading southbound towards State Road 82, I would stick to Gunnery Road. It's still fully up to speed. Also, congestion building in Fort Myers on Ortiz Avenue. Heading north towards MLK Boulevard from Colonial. Eastbound delays as well on MLK to Michigan. And in North Fort Myers, a slowdown beginning on Pondella Road, heading westbound towards US 41. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday, everyone. We're tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that is streaming in. A little bit of cloud cover and a few areas of rain for the rest of today. Otherwise, though, temperature is pretty warm out there in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, a cold front moves through in the morning, bringing a few areas of rain. That temporarily drops our temperatures and dries us out Saturday night into Sunday. And then a second cold front comes through by Sunday evening, and that will bring in more moisture and scattered areas of rain by Monday. Download that free Wink Weather app and track it live right along with us. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah.
Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Get the best sleep of your life. Helix makes personalized mattresses to fit your unique body type and sleep preferences. Go to helixsleep.com and get up to $200 off mattress orders.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, have you noticed how everyone's grammar is completely awful now? Like, you know, the texting and the LOLs. Whatever happened to punctuation? I mean, drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for thinking about our men and women serving overseas this time of year. It is so important that we remember them with Christmas cards. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. But you can also drop them off at any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Bonita, and 2 in Naples. Thank you to Mel's Diner. 10,000 for the troops. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, this is Papa with Casey, Carrie, and Cody. And as most of you know, when Irma hit in September of 2017, thousands of people tried unsuccessfully to call a roofing company, but all the roofers were so overwhelmed they could not handle or even answer those calls. Now here we are, almost 3 years later, and many of those same people are still waiting to have their roofs repaired. So we are implementing our proactive list. If you want to be on our list, call me for our free tolerance inspection. Once we inspect your roof, you will be on the proactive list. If or when the next storm hits, you will have no need to call any roofer because we will be calling you automatically to see if you need help. We can offer emergency repairs and tarp service or whatever your roof requires. Call Papa now for our free tolerance inspection, 945-2700. We believe it's wise to be proactive and it costs you nothing to join our list. Call Papa for our free tolerance inspection at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1331790.
Is the cost of finishing the basement worth the benefit of some peace and quiet?
When questions find you, Merrill Edge Self-Directed Investing can help you find answers with personalized planning tools and insights to help you get where you want to go, even if it's just downstairs. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
Dell Technologies has announced their Cyber Monday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SP Cyber Monday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida.
Drew Steele.
Hey, here's the guy. I'm the guy. You know the guy? That's me. I just realized that the opening of my program says, here's the guy. Jake, did you know that he calls me the guy? Hey, guy. Hey, guy. Have you ever met somebody who's done that? Introduces themselves and then says, hey, guy.
Yeah, very disrespectful.
Yeah, it's, is that what you're suggesting? That Bill O'Neill, is that his name? Is being disrespectful as he opens up the program saying, the guy. Hey, that guy. All right. Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. It's Jake Day. We finally made it. Jake has the opportunity now to do what he does most of the week, which is just mail it in and relax because it's Friday. That's not true. No, Jake is. I make fun of Jake because I'm in the home studio and he's in the regular studio, but also because he is a hard worker and he knows that I know that he knows that when I joke around with him and say things like that I'm not being sincere because you're a hard worker, Jake, and I appreciate that we named a day for you, Jake Day, Fridays, the day you mail it in, right?
Exactly.
You waited too long to respond. That makes me feel a little bad. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube. I see a few people popping in right now. They're starting to gather. Come on in. Gather up with us here on YouTube at Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's in case you're looking. And we're there on Facebook and YouTube both. So welcome to everybody who's joining us on this Jake Day. 10,000 for the troops continues. I hope to get a count today. From what I'm understanding, and forgive us for how different this year is with 10,000 for the troops. By the way, P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. Because of COVID and the fact that Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health they don't have the opportunity to all gather in one central location to count cards because they have to be separated, obviously, with COVID going on. And so because of the vid, it's a little more difficult to get numbers and get people counting and get all the cards that you have been sending in from the post office or from one of 5 Mel's Diner locations across Southwest Florida. Thank you, Mel's Diner. You're awesome. To all of them to be able to count and get a count as we have each and every day. So it's been a little more difficult. So forgive us for that. But know that we are well over 20,000 cards already. We've already broken twice as many as we wanted to have for 10,000 for the troops, which is amazing, which leads me to believe that if we get a number today, it's going to be pretty substantial. And certainly our numbers that I'm assuming that probably Monday we'll have numbers today, but Monday we will have the final count because if I'm not mistaken on tomorrow is when they ship. I believe. So I just have to double check only because, again, with the vid, you know how all of this works. But thank you so much to continue a tradition, a Southwest Florida tradition. So many communities and schools and organizations, businesses getting together to help with 10,000 for the troops. You still have time, although that time, albeit be a little limited right now. But keep them coming. All right, let's see. Let's get right into it. Boy, there's a lot to dig in. I'll just give you some of the headlines that we're going to go over. There's ballots in suitcases in Georgia. Wait a minute, and it's on video? Is that true? That was some footage that was shown yesterday. We'll have some of the audio of one woman who was detailing specifically what was happening there in Georgia. Is that going on? Does the media even care about it? Do you all care? And the answer is no. Places like CNN do not care, and that's another headline that we're going to talk about today. More James O'Keefe and Project Veritas, and more from CNN and James O'Keefe somehow getting, I don't know, somebody gave him the phone number and passcode to get into the 9 a.m. calls, the editorial calls that CNN does during the week, was able to get in a few weeks ago and listen to people like Jeff Zucker, the head of CNN, talking how Trump is a sociopath and that Rudy Giuliani needs to be pushed and talked about as a useful idiot to continue this narrative of the president's a disaster. He needs to go. And anything that comes from Rudy Giuliani is just a useful idiot doing useful idiot things. Now, you may say, is there more to this? Yes, because think about this, everybody. if Joe Biden were to be the next president of the United States. It's so hard to say that with a straight face. So let's just say that Joe Biden were to be the next president of the United States and
economic intercourse around the world.
Yeah, we'd have a lot of that. Then it's possible that there may be some, looking into investigating, possibly from the Senate side, who might want to still have questions answered about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's connection and the family connections to China. And, that's very real. And remember who it was, everybody, that brought that to light. Even on this program, multiple times coming on. So you see where I'm going here, right? If not, stick around. I'll make the case. I'll make the square circle. No, that's not how it works. I will complete the circle. That's how that works. Completing a circle. All right. So that's there also. And hey, look at this. There are already people talking about before the holidays that they are going to run against the governor of the great state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, because, he's doing such a terrible job, said hardly anybody in the state ever, unless, of course, you're COVID deranged when it comes to the fact that we are 40th in the amount of cases in the country when it comes to or is the death. I'm trying to remember what it is. In other words, we are being talked about as if we are ground zero for how horrible things are in the country when it comes to COVID. And we're not even close. And the only reason why the media is doing this is because they want you to think that Ron DeSantis is a horrible governor. He's not. And they want the next person who's thinking about announcing possibly that they're going to run in 2024 to get, or 2022, or where are we? Yeah, 2022, to get a little bit of juice. And you might not be surprised when you hear the name of the Democrat who's thinking about running. Elections have consequences, so we'll talk about that as well. All right, let's get to it. So there's Rudy Giuliani. There's people that are making the case that in Georgia, we got big problems when it comes to this election and the evidence of ballot fraud, which exists, if you're willing to find it. If you're willing, not if you're willing to find it, if you're willing to open your eyes and see it. The problem is that there are many people in the media who have absolutely zero desire. They are not desirous at all of getting to the facts and the truth, because the facts and the truth may actually show that Joe Biden should not be the next president of the United States. But in Georgia, there are some big questions that are happening right now. And one of the big questions that we're hearing a lot about is these apparent suitcases filled with ballots being pulled from underneath a covered table. This was described yesterday as the Giuliani and Trump legal team testify on Georgia voter fraud. And listen to this. This is one of the people, the whistleblowers, if you will, that were describing what was happening as video. Surveillance video showed poll workers doing some interesting things, everybody.
So according to the witnesses, the Republican observers, there is a lady who has blonde braids who comes out to announce we're going to stop counting.
Okay, so remember, this is what the witnesses were saying. And as she's speaking about this, it's up on a video screen. So you can see the video evidence of what she is describing.
Everyone go home.
That sounds like it could be a problem, right? I mean, anybody want to talk about this, or the media, or those that think that Joe Biden should get over it? You Republicans, Trump, get over it. Okay, we need to. No, not yet. News crew's like, hey, just want to let you guys know that even though you're here at the central location here, they're still counting stuff over there. You might want to see this. Is that what's going on? That's a problem, right? So what you're hearing now, and what this video that this person was narrating, is showing that somebody in blonde braids comes in and says, all right, everybody out. We're going to stop counting now. We got to stop. And so in Georgia, they stop counting and everybody leaves. And all of a sudden, there's 4 people that are there. And there's an interesting thing that's going on right now. There's a big, giant table, a big black table that was brought in. What was that all about?
at about 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to roll this back and show it to you. There you go. So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from under this table.
They're pulling ballots out from under the table?
This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there. So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there.
Okay. Jake, this is a conspiracy theory. This is like the monolith in Utah that aliens are here and they decided that this is a good place for an antenna, a piece of metal that they would stick 12 feet into the ground in Utah because that's what aliens do. It's a conspiracy theory just like that. The National Enquirer headlines you would get in the 90s where Hillary Clinton had an alien baby, that Bill Clinton didn't want anybody to know about, that kind of stuff. Those weird, it's all conspiracy. This is all conspiracy. That's all this is. There's nothing to see here. Joe Biden's going to be the president and you all need to get over it. And it was a free and fair election and there was nothing weird or just strange or odd about this election. Except the fact that a table was brought in and under the table were suitcases that were filled with ballots that when nobody was looking late in the morning, early in the evening, late into the evening to early morning, they were taken out and counted while nobody was around to see this. Yeah, there's a lot to be discussed. There's still a lot going on. There are still many questions that people have. So sit back and let's see where all of this goes. I'm sorry, but maybe you're different. 239-479-5592. Maybe you hear all about this and you're thinking this is all conspiracy theory and why are you going along with this? I mean, even Jeff Zucker at CNN is trying to explain to everybody that Rudy Giuliani is just a useful idiot. All he's doing is finding people ridiculously. I know this sounds crazy, but all he's doing is finding people that have evidence of voter fraud and bringing it to the attention of Republicans in legislatures and the public. That's all he's doing. Yeah, there's still a lot here. And look, even the president was asked about it yesterday and was concerned about Attorney General Barr, and the president is, and he wants to see some things that are happening. It's interesting how AP describes Attorney General Barr as saying, "Oh, listen, the election's fine, everything is good. There's nothing to see here. I don't see any fraud." Except when you read between the lines and you realize it's not exactly what he was saying. A reporter asking the president yesterday.
Mr. President, can I ask you to respond to the comments by your attorney general who indicated he has not seen at this point any evidence of fraud enough to overturn the election results? Given that, why is now not the time to concede?
Okay, well, first of all, I can answer the question. I think the president does, well, I'll play the president's answer because he knows as well as you do and I do that maybe it's possible that the attorney general, even though he said it specifically and she quoted it as not as of this moment, not of this time, that he believes that there's evidence, but it doesn't mean that there could not be, that there has not been presented. I'm trying to play the side that is hopeful that Attorney General Barr will be able to do something. That there may be a plan in place that we just don't see. I'm not feeling it right now, as the kids would say, as far as Attorney General Barr and what he's willing to do. It's almost as if it's too overwhelming of a situation to have one person or a few people overturn an election and they don't want any part of it. Almost like part of the plan if you were going to scheme to do this. Like you overwhelm the system to the point where people are like, we can't turn things. How are we going to what? The president says.
Well, he hasn't done anything, so he hasn't looked. When he looks, he'll see the kind of evidence that right now you're seeing in the Georgia Senate. They're going through hearings right now in Georgia, and they're finding tremendous volumes. So they haven't looked very hard, which is a disappointment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a disappointment because there is tons of evidence that continues to come through, that continues to come in. And so why is it that the attorney general and it just feels like there's nothing to see here. Is that the thought? I wonder if the president still has confidence in Attorney General Barr.
Do you still have confidence in Bill Barr?
Ask me that in a number of weeks from now.
There you go. And let's wait a few weeks and see what's happening. Just be mindful that there is still a time period. There is pushback against certification. Republican lawmakers have asked the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania to stop them from certifying election results. This happened yesterday. Justice Alito is where he would have a say in this as far as the Supreme Court is concerned. He is responsible for Pennsylvania. He, in the past, has talked about conditions where he wanted to see that everything was going on legit there in Pennsylvania. He was handled he's responsible for handling these kind of requests from that region of the country. He told Pennsylvania officials to respond to the lawsuit in writing by December 9th. Now, remember something. There's a time period, and this gets confusing with Electoral College and certification. You have a cooling off period, a safe harbor between, December 8th and December 14th. The Electoral College will make their definitive one time, this is it, vote on December 14th. Like certified states, our electors are here. We're going to vote. It will be on the 14th. So there is a time period from next Tuesday until the 14th where all of this has to pop up. If they run out the clock, everybody, if people drag their feet, if it isn't presented before the 14th, that's where it gets to be interesting. Oh, excuse me, before the 8th. So, right, the safe harbor date, the deadline is the 8th. The Electoral College vote is the 14th. And the concern by many is that there's a lot of swamp never-Trumpers, even some Republicans who haven't exactly always been on the president's side. They were only on the president's side when they thought it could benefit them. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of senators that are like that, a lot of House members that are like that, unfortunately, who are just willing to slow walk it back and not say anything in the hopes that, which I don't agree with, this will just run out. The time will run out, and they'll just say, just didn't have enough time. 239-479-5592. All right, we're going to go to some calls. We're going to go to some texts. Whatever you want to talk about this morning, Friday, feeling that kind of Jake Day kind of, hey, whatever you want to talk about, maybe do a little early thing. I don't know. We'll see. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Southwest Airlines warns nearly 7,000 employees they could be furloughed starting in March because of the pandemic-induced slump in air travel. PG&E plans to raise rates for customers in California to help the once bankrupt utility upgrade its equipment and reduce the risk of sparking more deadly wildfires. The Jobs Report.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good to see you. It is Jake Day Friday, and I just thought I would talk to you, you early risers, the many people that are watching, whether on YouTube or on Facebook. Could you do me a favor this morning? No matter who you are, no matter whether you are on the right side or on the other side, whoever you are, would you let me know that you're watching right now? Just trying to get a gauge of who is on with us this morning on our live feed on YouTube and Facebook. If you just want to give us a little here, just say hi. Just let me know you're here so I can recognize and see that you are. Let's see. Let me put my headphones down because I just want to say good morning and see that you guys are there. All right, let's see. By the way, I'm looking off this side. This side is where my screen is. So if I'm not looking at you, forgive me. But let's see what we got. All right, so we have Christy Myers is here. Good morning. Debbie's here as well. Richard Wagner is present. I like that you're present, sir. Curtis is here. Michelle is here as well. Hi. Good to see you. Oh, and I can even say hi to you this way. Okay, so there's Christy, and we've got Debbie, who is joining us this morning. Happy Jake Day. Richard's right there. Let's see. Richard Wagner's with us. Good morning. We've got Curtis, who's here. Good to see you as well. There is Edward, and I can't see what that is that a gun? Sweet. I think it is. All right. Let's see. We have November, who's present. Gary is here. Good morning. Good morning. Jackie is here as well. Good morning. Good to see you. Jordan is here. Good morning. Good morning. Nice fish. Is that a bass? I believe so. Browser guy browsing. All right, browser guy. There you go. All right, Bob's here in Fort Myers. Good morning, Bob. Good to see you. All right, Seguero Productions. And Teresa is here. Good morning. Always good to see Lady Catherine here as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Laura Savage is part of the crew, our morning wake-up. We're like the morning wake-up crew. The Geek Republican. Hey, everybody on YouTube. I like that. All right. Roger's here as well. Good morning, Roger. Good to see you on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Yeah, greetings. Are you in Mexico? Is that right? Jose, are you in Mexico? Where exactly in Mexico are you? I'd like to know where you're at. LOL. All right. Oh, those are nunchucks. All right, I thought it was. Sorry, it's too small for me. I can't see it, but cool. Is it Mike Couture in Naples? Good to see you, Mike. I appreciate you all being here this morning. Eric's here. And we appreciate you being here, Eric. Good morning. Once again, just saying hi to everybody on YouTube and Facebook. If you're here, I just want to recognize you. Say hi. Digital live streaming is here. All right. Well, I would hope so, because otherwise, how would I live stream if it wasn't digital and if you weren't here? So you play a very important part in all of this. Yep. Jordan says it's a bass. Yeah, no, you don't want to eat bass. You just catch and release. My son catches them all the time in the lakes. Yeah, you don't want to, think about all the nasty that's in those lakes when you catch a bass. I wouldn't want to eat any. Yeah, that's kind of pretty gross. All right, so I'm so glad. All right, so Judd's in Massachusetts. So we appreciate you being here as well. All right, everybody. We'll do another check-in coming up in just a little while. And always appreciate you watching. Always appreciate you commenting. And we will catch up in just a little bit. Stand by.
For 1133. State certified CPC 057088.
Look and feel your best with Dr. Patrick Flaherty, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Want to hear the latest from an expert? Tune in Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear all the latest innovations in non-surgical, surgical, and lifestyle ideas to help you look and feel your best. Dr. Patrick Flaherty is known for his faces, the fabulous Azul Spa, and now you get your hour with this doctor every Saturday at 10 a.m. Dr. Patrick Flaherty's show is Look and Feel Your Best, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear how to look and feel your best.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. Instead of a mask mandate, the city of Naples is moving forward with education. The city will continue their campaign, All Heroes Wear Masks, with NCH, and will spend money on face coverings for the community. Naples Mayor Teresa Heitman says yesterday was the last time the city would consider a mandate. Southwest Florida is making a comeback. Lee County says they're seeing more tourism. The county looked at its bed tax information and noticed August and September saw more money come in than the same months last year. Next week, the city of Fort Myers will connect two popular roads to reduce traffic congestion. The Hanson Street extension will connect Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard to Ortiz Avenue. The goal is to alleviate traffic on MLK Jr. Boulevard, which runs parallel to both Hanson and Colonia Boulevard. Hanson Street will also have 6-foot sidewalks and 7-foot bike lanes. Lee Health says 13% of its ICU rooms are available. They're treating 154 COVID-19 patients right now, while NCH is treating 61 COVID-positive patients. Here in Florida, right now, now, 45% of our ICU rooms are used. It has been slightly rising since October. The need for food is forcing Harry Chapin Food Bank to move a mobile food pantry. The food bank has been at Sunsplash Water Park in Cape Coral for months, but an increase in traffic sparked concern, so it's being relocated to an open field along the 1100 block of Northeast 23rd Terrace right near Kismet Parkway. Relief on the way from harmful Lake Okeechobee releases. The Army Corps of Engineers will start reducing discharges to the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie starting this weekend. While discharges to the West Coast will gradually lessen, the Corps will use a cycle on the East Coast to stop releases for 5 days, then resume for 7, stop again, and so on. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
A crash in St. James City at Nicky's Lane and Stringfellow is really slowing traffic heading southbound on Stringfellow starting from Pine Island Road. Also delays in Fort Myers on Winkler heading south of College Parkway towards Cypress Lake. And we're very busy on that Daniels extension as well, heading towards I-75. Commuters on the interstate, we are still up to speed. If you're heading to and from Lee and Collier on your Friday morning, you're good to go. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday, everyone. We're tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that is streaming in. A little bit of cloud cover and a few areas of rain for the rest of today. Otherwise, though, temperature is pretty warm out there in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, a cold front moves through in the morning, bringing a few areas of rain. That temporarily drops our temperatures and dries us out Saturday night into Sunday. And then a second cold front comes through by Sunday evening, and that will bring in more moisture and scattered areas of rain by Monday. Download that free Wink Weather app and track it live right along with us. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Christmas time, and there's magic in the air. I can't promise snow here in Southwest Florida, but when I look in my grandchildren's eyes, I still see the magic of Santa Claus coming to town. I see in my mom's eyes the love of all the Christmases past, and when my wife Holly and I steal a kiss under our mistletoe, I see her eyes in the magic of a life together with our wonderful family. From our family to your family, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And may God bless you and your entire family. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949, keeping Christmas and Christ together.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with TriFound with the TriFound Financial Team. Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with TriFound, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Insurance products offered through TriFound Financial, LLC.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today, gets it fixed up, no mess, no problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube every day at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe. That would be appreciated. And also watching on Facebook, thank you for everybody for the time being who are able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And 10,000 for the troops. We continue to do 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. Now, because of the vid, you know how everything goes. Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health, you know, they're trying to organize to get people to count and vet all the cards. They have to be vetted before they are sent out. And it's hard to do that when everybody's in different places because they can't all gather in one. So it takes a little longer. It's been a little different, the count. So hopefully we'll have one by the end of the day, and then we'll have a final count for sure by Monday. So we're looking forward to that. But keep them coming. And don't forget, one of 5 Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida where you can drop off your cards, and we'll scoop them up today and get them in as soon as we possibly can up to Kim Gade. And that will be, it's going to be special. I can't wait to hear the number this year. I'm hopeful. I mean, we're already over 20,000, so that is spectacular right there. So we're excited. And thank you once again, Southwest Florida. By the way, Jake, did I tell you that I'm sure you're getting into the Christmas spirit, right? Are you getting it? Did you do anything? Have you put up a tree? Have you put up lights? Have you done anything at all to get into the Christmas spirit? At least trying to get into the Christmas spirit this year?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Why?
Well,
be honest. I mean, is it because of the season? Is it because, I mean, it's not money, because if you're worried, if you need lights, I can go get you some lights and some trees or some things or something to put up. Is it what is it? Is it just because you're a Grinch?
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm like heavily convinced that these monoliths are like, we're going to be invaded.
Well,
by
yeah,
aliens
stop with the monoliths. Stop it. Stop with the monoliths.
Why put lights up?
Look, I promise you're going to see a monolith somewhere around the country that's going to have Christmas lights on it. And they're going to say, hey, Merry Christmas. It was just a big joke. The monolith is nothing. There are no aliens. They're not coming to get us. Why do they have to get us? We're getting ourselves. They're just waiting for us. They're just kind of hanging out and waiting. I mean, sooner or later, we're just going to implode.
Yeah, we're definitely top-rated television or top-rated show.
Oh yeah, listen, why don't you look at it that way? You see, that's the Christmas spirit I'm looking for. Aliens are not going to take over the planet because we are the best reality show they have. We are must-watch planet wherever they are.
Probably the number one planet.
Yes, we are the number one planet in the galaxy. There's no doubt. Did I tell you that I went with my nephew to go? I took my nephew over to the mall the other day to go to Santa, to see Santa in the mall. Because they had the mall Santas. Did I tell you that the mall Santa was behind plexiglass?
So no sitting on laps?
No, it was really weird. I have audio of it. It's a...
Ho, ho, ho. And what do you want for Christmas, little boy?
I want Halo 4 in a Hot Wheels terrain.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
In my own Xbox.
You're behind the plexiglass. Speak up.
2 pirate ships, and that'll be all.
They don't pay Santa enough to do this crap.
Yeah, it was a little weird. It didn't have the same feel, I get the
muffled.
Well, yeah, he's behind plexiglass. It was hard. It was hard to understand him. I couldn't. It didn't have the same kind of feeling. It was just you know what? It makes me think that these are the things that we will see every year now. I mean, listen, I'm joking. I didn't take my nephew to the mall to see a Santa just because the plexiglass thing was weird. They're not behind plexiglass. Listen, you got to feel bad for the mall Santas because how hard is that business right now? I mean, you think mall business is tough. Try being a mall Santa. I mean, how's that going right now? I mean, if you're a mall Santa, you can call 239-479-5592. How's your biz? Can't imagine it's doing very well. I mean, but Santa is covered. I mean, even his hands are covered. He got gloves on, so...
Is he doing Zoom meetings this year?
Maybe it's a Zoom Santa. That's probably the way to do it. But I picture a Biden administration. I picture Joe Biden as president of the United States being all about putting mall Santas behind plexiglass forever. Like, I don't see it ever stopping. I mean, this is the same person who yesterday is under the impression that the minute he takes office, 100 days of the country masking is going to help the spread. I mean, we're gonna stop everything by mask. It's an unusual, a breathtaking, creative new idea. No, I'm not kidding. That's what he said yesterday.
Today, I'm inaugurated to say I'm going to ask the public for 100 days to mask. Just 100 days to mask. Not forever, 100 days.
No, that's it. Just 100 days, Jake. That's it. It's all it's gonna. This is what I want to do. Between the vaccine and the masks. Listen, that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna mask up, and everything's gonna be fine. And you're gonna watch everything go down, and it's gonna be super. Now, the funny part of that is, well, anything that Joe Biden says is funny. I mean, listen, I could go.
We choose truth over facts.
There's that, and
economic intercourse around the world.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of that too. That guy has the potential still to be the president of the United States. I mean, I'm not giving it to him yet. Sorry, all of the media outlets and everybody else who's calling him president-elect. Not me. Sorry, not doing it. I can wait. But that guy is possibly going to be the guy. That guy. And this is a brilliant idea. We're going to mask. I think it's funny because in that interview yesterday, I guess it was with Jake Tapper and Kamala Harris, the two of them together, side by side. Well, socially distanced side by side. That I thought it was interesting that he brought up masks for 100 days along with the vaccine, which seems kind of funny because if there is a vaccine and it's true and it's 90% effective, then wouldn't it be interesting if people take the vaccine, cases start to go down because of the vaccine, let's just put that out there, and they're masking up too, and then people will say, do you see? See, we told you masks work. We told you if you have a mask mandate, it's in combination with, you see? When you have the Naples City Council yesterday that decided against mask mandates, not every one of them did. People who were arguing and saying that, we have to. The mayor, right? Teresa Heitman said, we're doing what we need to do as policymakers and making sure that we get the message out, educating the community, providing masks, and encouraging the CDC guidelines. And we do get the message out, right? I mean, at this moment in time, across the planet, everybody knows about the vid, right? Of course, they don't know whether or not masks work. They're getting mixed messages on that, which is part of the problem. Because for every mask mandate, I can show you a non-mask mandate where the numbers are identical when it comes to cases and deaths. It doesn't make a difference. but I digress. But there you go. A little bit of Joe Biden who's telling you that yeah, we have to mandate. And if it's, just asking gently, to get people to do masks for 100 days. And then what happens in the future, everybody? And I'm serious about this. And maybe I'm wrong, and you could tell me 239-479-5592 if you want to call. I mean, think about this logically. You're going to have 100 days of masking that Joe Biden's going to ask for. You're going to have a vaccine that's going to be coming out that now everybody is saying, hey, it's safe, everything is fine, because Joe Biden's going to be the president of the United States. Forget the orange guy who was the one who did Operation Warp Speed, where, you had private companies who were working hard to get it done because they understood that there was what we were told was a pandemic going on and we got to do something. I mean, this is pretty important. Of course, the 99.98% survival rate is something that, we want to ignore that. Let's just put that aside because, every pandemic has that kind of rate. No, it doesn't. But anyway, not minimizing it, everybody. I'm not minimizing it. All I'm saying is that when Joe Biden does that and then puts it in combination with a vaccine, and then people will say, you see, the masks work. Does that mean that the next time we have a really bad flu season, or the next time we have a spike in COVID, or the next time some other virus that originates from some country far, far away that we don't want to discuss because we're not allowed to say it because we get in trouble if we talk about where it came from, China, that now we're going to have to mask up again. Like, it's never going to go away because those in power get to keep that power. And how powerful do they want to be? There is word right now, and I just want to double check and see if this is true. Is this right? Let me see. And I will, okay, because it's CNN that reported it, so take it for what it's worth. All right, let me see if I... Okay. Yeah, all right, so here you go. According to CNN, and again, take it for what it's worth, but in this case, if they're saying it, the Department of Defense released the first images of a COVID-19 vaccination record card and vaccination kits. The simplest way to keep track of COVID-19 shots. Department of Health, everyone's going to be issued a written card that they can put in their wallet that will tell them what they had and when their next dose is due. How do you feel about that, everybody? 239-479-5592. How do you feel about a COVID-19 vaccination record card that the CDC is going to give you, that the Department of Defense is going to help to distribute, that you're going to have in your wallet to be able to show your to show your card so that you'll be able to, travel, shop, live? Nothing about that sounds creepy or wrong or dangerous, does it? I'm just asking, because I'm getting creeped out as I'm thinking about it. But you have Democrats who are touting this as the way to go, the way to be. Like, this is what they think. Like, this is a good idea. Do you think this is a good idea? If CNN's right about this, look, it's just a record for those that are going to need the vaccine, for frontline workers and first responders, doctors, people like that. It's not for you. It's not like a government would do anything to restrict your movement or your shopping experience or crossing state lines or anything like that, right? Oh, I don't know. Joe Biden kind of hinted at it yesterday, and I can play that audio coming up. I'm just looking at the time quickly. I'll just go to Jerry. Jerry's in Naples, wanted to weigh in on masks. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I listened to you quite a bit. Think you're spot on. The fake president, we don't have one no more, all those people out here, okay? That's the first thing I want to say. And now it's just going to be like the North against the South. It's going to be red against the blue, and we're not going to accept it.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come down to that kind of battle. But there are those that would make the case that we've. Well, listen, Jerry, to your point, there are those that would make the case that we've been in a civil war. It's more of a Cold War than a physical one, obviously. But sure, that there is a civil war going on. That there is a a separation of ideology and states that is happening, and you can bet your bippy, as my uncle used to say. I don't know what a bippy is, but you can bet your bippy that there are countries that are outside of the United States that don't like us very much, that are looking at this and licking their chops and thinking, boy, this is great. You guys are doing this all on your own, and we don't have to do anything.
On this vaccination thing,
Mm-hmm.
I've been around for a while, lived through everything since the 50s, and I'll just take my chances. I haven't taken a flu shot, never, not planning on it. And this new little card that they're talking about could be to mark you on the body or whatever, too. So don't guess you're going to be able to buy, sell, or trade without the mark of it. So
well, that's
what's coming, folks. That's what the mask is a prelude to. It's just a symbol.
Well, we're going to find out soon enough, Jerry. Thanks for the call there in Naples. I appreciate it. But understand this, that almost to Jerry's point, and probably to many people that are listening right now, there are always workarounds, everybody. Not everybody's going to sit and take it. You're not going to be able to travel. You're not going to be able to shop. You're not going to be able to do certain things. Well, really? Yeah, you can't tell free people that we're going to put that kind of restriction on you and think that it's just going to happen. It doesn't work that way. And I'm not saying anything about violence. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm just saying that, people get creative. It's awful to think we have to think that way, but they do. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. We're going to get to David's call, and Carrie's out on Sanibel, and we've got a couple of open lines if you want to join the conversation when we come back. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Former Secretary of State, failed presidential candidate John Kerry, who, by the way, also served in Vietnam, is going to war. On CBS Slay the Nation last weekend, Kerry came out with a declaration of war against those who oppose the left on climate change. He says he's going to create a movement in America that he believes will spread around the world. What, we don't have that movement already? Kerry calls his new movement World War Zero. The goal of Kerry's war, the mission, is to create a zero-carbon economy by the year 2050, when most of you be dead. Commander-in-Chief Kerry is going to run the war from his headquarters, worldwarzero.com, a website where you can click to enlist. And from there, Commander Kerry says he'll bring together powerful influencers and will unite unlikely allies. Commander Kerry says he will lead this war to win the future we all deserve and triumph over today's axis of oppression. The axis of oppression consists of everybody who doesn't believe in this climate change BS. The whole thing is just pathetic. John Kerry, so desperate to be in the spotlight again, to be relevant, to be seen as a hero, that he actually went public with this harebrained scheme. Somebody give the guy some real medals. Give him a swift boat. Let him retake Boston Harbor. Let him do something. It's a cry for help. If you are thinking about gifts this holiday season, our friends at Cadenwood, the trusted leaders in CBD, have some ideas of their own to offer. First, there's Level Select CBD, a reliable line of sports creams and roll-ons that use a proprietary formula of broad-spectrum and nano CBD that ensures fast absorption for quick relief. It's perfect for the loved ones on your gift list who stay active. Now, speaking of loved ones, there's Cadenwood's new Purity Preferred Pet CBD with calming and hip and joint relief for your dog or cat. All their products have 0% THC. They are independently tested, and they are made right here in the United States. Level Select CBD is now offering a great holiday gift pack that includes two of their most popular products for an incredible 50% savings. Go to LevelSelectCBD.com now and use the promo code HOLIDAY. LevelSelectCBD.com, promo code HOLIDAY for a 50% gift pack.
Not available in Idaho, Iowa, and South Dakota.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for thinking about our men and women serving overseas this time of year. It is so important that we remember them with Christmas cards. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. But you can also drop them off at any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Bonita, and 2 in Naples. Thank you to Mel's Diner. 10,000 for the troops. 92.5 Fox News.
Sunday on Wink TV, the biggest NFL games are on CBS, and the best place to watch, Wink TV. This Sunday, it's a doubleheader. At 1, Miami is making the playoff push. They look to continue their winning ways as they host Cincinnati. Then at 4:30, Philly travels to Green Bay to face Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Bengals, Dolphins at 1, Eagles at Packers at 4:30. Sunday, the NFL on CBS is on Wink TV.
Coming in like a champion.
If I said the word Medicare, you'd probably start thinking about paperwork and deadlines. But with the annual election period ending on December 7th, here's something else to think about. $0. Florida Blue Medicare has benefits that help you save money, like a $0 monthly plan premium and $0 to low copay for prescription drugs. There's also comprehensive dental, vision, and hearing coverage that includes discounts on eyeglasses, hearing aids, and more. See all the ways Florida Blue keeps money in your pocket, and you won't think of Medicare the same way again. But hurry, December 7th is your last chance to enroll. Call 866-219-7818 or visit floridabluemedicare.com/radio to switch today and see how Blue is committed to you. Florida Blue is a PPO health plan with a Medicare contract. Florida Blue Medicare is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Florida Blue or Florida Blue Medicare depends on contract renewal. All benefits not available on all plans.
Tune in on Sunday mornings, Fox News 92.5, Dr. Amy Robbins and Maximize Living Radio. I'm going to be going over topics like leaky gut, weight loss resistance, how to fix your chronic aches and pains, how to deal with all of those things in a natural way, how to sleep better. So there's a different topic every single week that we're going to be covering. Tune in and get the help that you need.
Hi, I'm Raj Jalali, founder of the If I Can Dream Foundation. As a young boy growing up in Pine Island, I always remember the closeness of the community that this time of year brings. With all of the negativity in the world, it's important to remember the good. How we have pulled together as a community and a nation to lift one another on countless occasions in times of need. Here's to wishing that the Christmas spirit lasts throughout 2020 and beyond. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
We've got you covered, coming and going.
Drew Steele mornings. Trey Radel on the drive home at 5.
92.5 Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. Instead of a mask mandate, the city of Naples is moving forward with education. The city will continue their campaign, All Heroes Wear Masks with NCH, and will spend money on face coverings for the community. Naples Mayor Teresa Heitman says yesterday was the last time the city would consider a mandate. Southwest Florida is making a comeback. Lee County says they're seeing more tourism. The county looked at its bed tax information and noticed August and September saw more money come in than the same months last year. Next week, the city of Fort Myers will connect 2 popular roads to reduce traffic congestion. The Hanson Street extension will connect Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard to Ortiz Avenue. The goal is to alleviate traffic on MLK Jr. Boulevard, which runs parallel to both Hanson and Colonia Boulevard. Hanson Street will also have 6-foot sidewalks and 7-foot bike lanes. Lee Health says 13% of its ICU rooms are available. They're treating 154 COVID-19 patients right now, while NCH is treating 61 COVID-positive patients. Here in Florida, right now, now 45% of our ICU rooms are used. It has been slightly rising since October. The need for food is forcing Harry Chapin Food Bank to move a mobile food pantry. The food bank has been at Sunsplash Water Park in Cape Coral for months, but an increase in traffic sparked concern, so it's being relocated to an open field along the 1100 block of Northeast 23rd Terrace right near Kismet Parkway. Relief on the way from harmful Lake Okeechobee releases. The Army Corps of Engineers will start reducing discharges to the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie starting this weekend. While discharges to the West Coast will gradually lessen, the Corps will use a cycle on the East Coast to stop releases for 5 days, then resume for 7, stop again, and so on. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Metro and Crystal is slowing traffic at the intersection. Also, there is a crash at Stringfellow and Nicky's Lane. 1 mile of southbound slowdown just to the south of Pine Island Road. The crash involving a pedestrian at Three Oaks. This is at Copperleaf Boulevard. This is delaying traffic heading southbound to Coconut Road. Also, commuters on the interstate, we are busy heading southbound towards Corkscrew Road. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday, everyone. We're tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that is streaming in. A little bit of cloud cover and a few areas of rain for the rest of today. Otherwise, though, temperature is pretty warm out there in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, a cold front moves through in the morning, bringing a few areas of rain. That temporarily drops our temperatures and dries us out Saturday night into Sunday. And then a second cold front comes through by Sunday evening, and that will bring in more moisture and scattered areas of rain by Monday. Download that free Wink Weather app and track it live right along with us. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today. Gets it fixed up. No mess. No problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
All right, you're going to put everything else aside for just a minute because I am worried about your home's water, to be quite honest, because I know what mine was like before I got my Pent Air water treatment system. You hear me talking about Pelican water, right? Well, Pelican is now Pent Air Water Solutions, and you can call Max to get your free Pent Air water test. He'll come over, and you're going to love the way your water tastes once you get that system in from every faucet with that new Pent Air water treatment system. And a big difference with Pent Air water experts. They're Pent Air certified, uniformed water specialists using state-of-the-art Pent Air water tests, and with a mobile showroom, it's great. They pull up, and you can see everything right in front of you, the wide range of options, and now With Pentair's new Wi-Fi salt sensor, you can check your salt levels anytime you'd like, right from your phone. How cool is that? So call now for your free Pentair water test. It's really easy. You can take 15% off your whole home water system. Here's the number. Call today at 239-880-7799 or book online at pelicanwestfl.com. Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
Dell Technologies has announced their Cyber Monday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SP Cyber Monday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live on YouTube if you want to watch. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate you doing that. And we appreciate everybody. 10,000 for the troops. Keep them coming. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Although we're getting down to crunch time, everybody, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they're going to ship this weekend. So we'll have a final count on Monday after everything is said and done. Vetted cards, but keep them coming. You can go to a Mel's Diner location. That would be a good thing. Go to a Mel's Diner location near you. There's 5 of them. One in Fort Myers, one Bonita, one Cape Coral, and 2 in Naples, where you can drop the cards off, and then we'll scoop them up and get them in as fast as we can so that we can get those cards vetted and sent out to our men and women serving overseas. And I can tell you from the experience last year of taking 15,000 of your cards with me in suitcases and going to Ramstein Air Base in Germany and being able to hand deliver those cards and the expressions on their face, cannot believe that we made the trip to send them cards so that they knew that we were thinking about them at this time of year means so much. So please continue to bring those cards and send those cards, bring them to a Mel's Diner location, send them in, and we should have another rough count today and then final count on Monday, I believe that's going. And understand how it is in this year of the vid, where the people that are counting and vetting the cards are separated from each other as opposed to being in a big room. So getting counts right away, it's a little tricky this year, but we're getting it done. All right, we're going to get to your calls coming up. If you maybe want to comment on the CNN story that I mentioned before the break. Yep, looks like we're going to have COVID-19 vaccine record cards coming very soon. Is that right? Is this story true? They updated it yesterday, but the hope is that there'll be a record card where we'll be able to keep track of the COVID-19 shots that you're having. Don't worry about it. It's not anything like they're going to track you. The government's not going to use these cards to track you or your movements or anything like that. It's, a possible, I didn't say is, I said possible Biden administration would never weaponize the government or do anything about taking the government and possibly keeping an eye on you to allow you to, travel between, interstate travel or getting onto buses or trains or any place that's federally run that you wouldn't be able to do anything without a mask or without a card. Yeah, yes, I am suggesting that exactly. And if I can find the audio from yesterday, I believe even Joe Biden was saying that Listen, we're not going to let people travel or do anything without being vaccinated or without having masks, not vaccines. We want to be right. We want to be right all along. And so I don't think it was about vaccines. It was about masking up. So let's get that straight. Now, having said that, there are going to be those that are going to report on this, what they believe to be the president-elect and what they believe to be the new administration. And you can bet your bippy, as one of my relatives used to say. I still don't know what a bippy is. If you'd like to call or text 239-479-5592. If you're betting a bippy, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I don't know what a bippy is. But that there are going to be news outlets that will be people that will not be advocates for the American people. They will not be on your side when it comes to journalism. They will be activists. That's what they do. It's all about activism. And thank God, and I say that correctly, I thank God for James O'Keefe and Project Veritas and people that would risk reputation to do things and get out there and try to get the truth out to the American people. It's so important. There are many patriots that are willing to do that because they understand our constitutional way of life is at risk with some of these individuals that would like to be in power. And Project Veritas with some more CNN bombshells yesterday. And again, why do you care about a news organization like CNN, who we already know, and the president has well defined the past 4 years about fake news, and thank God, and I use that correctly because I thank God for President Trump, because it is this president that is still in office right now, and I know it drives you crazy. That it is this president who has opened up the floodgates of understanding and realizing what the media is and is not, and how they are not the ones that get to call races. They're not the one that gets to tell us who the president-elect is and is not. They're not the ones to tell us what needs to happen when it comes to immigration law, or when it comes to the Constitution and the Supreme Court and the decisions that they have to make, as opposed to the ones that are constitutional. You don't get to do that. And especially considering what Project Veritas was able to discover and what audio I'm about to play, that the reason why you should care, and take it from me, I know, as somebody who spent a year in Salt Lake City working for a radio station that was intimately connected with a newsroom at every juncture, and to witness what was happening there, understand that it is the CNNs and the New York Times and the Washington Posts and the NBCs and the ABCs and the CBSs and all of them. But CNN I'll use as the example because this is the one you're going to hear. That you got to remember that there are newsrooms locally, statewide, nationally. There are newsrooms that all they do is follow along with the big boys. If CNN says this is the story that's coming out, they're just going to rip and read stories from CNN. They're not going to do any journalism on their own. Nobody's doing journalism. Nobody's going out and searching for these stories. I'm not talking about the local journalists who are trying to dig into local stories to find out the truth about what's going on, whether it's, let's say, here in Cape Coral or Fort Myers or Naples or something like that. I'm talking about the ones that are going to just repeat and regurgitate. That's all they're going to do. Trust me, I watched it happen in Salt Lake City. That's all they did. And decisions were made behind the scenes by what they dictated. And that's important because nobody's doing journalism anymore. They're doing activism. And if you think that that's an outrageous statement, let's talk about the outrageous statements that were made. So here you go. You got Project Veritas, who have somehow got the phone number of the 9 a.m. editorial calls there at CNN, got into the conference calls and was able to hear the head, Jeff Zucker and others, commenting on what they should do about Donald Trump, his presidency, and the way they should couch the things that they are saying based on their activism. Here's a first example of another bombshell from Project Veritas, if you missed it. This is them talking about... Is this the election security one? Well, let's see which one this is here.
These Erie, Pennsylvania allegations of backdating ballots were retracted.
Yeah, this is voter fraud, right? So this is the idea that we have to make Donald Trump sound crazy and everybody else because of what will be talked about before the election and just after the election, the concerns about voter fraud.
Trump continuing to undermine election integrity with baseless claims of fraud. Okay, and he's continuing to do it. And that leads to the question of whether or not Trump in himself is a national security threat in light of what he's doing and in light of what he did in the debate.
There's Jeff Zucker telling his staff and people there at CNN that Donald Trump is a national security threat because of his concerns over voter fraud. And when he says that in voter integrity, they want the country to believe that it's Donald Trump who's trying to subvert the laws, that he's the one that's trying to subvert voter integrity. He's the one that's the national security risk. And that's the narrative that gets put out on CNN. There is Jeff Zucker who's saying that's what we need to look at.
Trump continuing to undermine election integrity.
He's undermining election integrity. That's the narrative that they want to put out. Even though we had this story a little while ago about how in Georgia there is video of people taking suitcases after hours, suitcases filled with ballots being pulled from underneath a covered table in Georgia after poll workers were told to leave the room, and it's on video. But there's nothing to see here. It's all Donald Trump's fault, right? That was from yesterday in the Giuliani Trump legal team testifying on the Georgia voter fraud. Oh, and there's even more with that. So here you go again with CNN. How about this, everybody? Again, it's trickle down. That's what ends up happening. If CNN puts it out, if you're a CNN affiliate, if you're somebody who's getting news from CNN, if you're somebody who's getting news from ABC or NBC, and you're just following along with this narrative that we're hearing right now, then in local newsrooms and state newsrooms across the state and across the country, you're ripping and reading stories and regurgitating, and this is bad. This is not a good thing. Now, not everybody does it, but certainly this is something that we want to find out about, we want to know about. Now here you have, and like I said, being at the station in Salt Lake City, I witnessed it firsthand, so I can tell you it happened. But again, now you have another issue here being brought up about Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump's health. Again, thanks to Project Veritas for having this audio of Jeff Zucker, the head of CNN, and here they go.
All over the country.
Oh, nope, that's the president. Excuse me. Goodness. Let me get this audio. Where is that? Okay. Oh, here it is. All right. Yeah, so you have Jeff Zucker and CNN who are now telling us that, yeah, it's Rudy Giuliani who's a useful idiot. Listen to this.
There is a term for what Rudy Giuliani is suspected of being, which is useful idiot. And then on the Rudy Giuliani story, this is a really important story. It gets tied to the Hunter Biden email disinformation campaign. That's the way we do this because it's all tied and part and parcel of one. I know Washington is working on putting that all together.
You see? That's why this is so dangerous. Do you see why it's dangerous? Because Jeff Zucker is saying you've got to couch, the narrative has to be that Rudy Giuliani is a useful idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. This whole thing about the voter integrity and fraud out there and testifying about the fraud that's being witnessed in places like Michigan and places like Georgia and everything else, that we need to make him look like an idiot. We need to make him look like a useful idiot because the narrative is going to come up if, and I say if, Joe Biden is the next president of the United States, that will, hold on a second. The Senate wants to investigate, and we want to know more about the Hunter Biden China connections and the Biden family and how they profited and what kind of national security issues we have. Remember, that story hasn't gone away. And remember who the individual is, everybody, who put that out there, and that is Rudy Giuliani. And if they can make him seem like he's a useful idiot now, and he doesn't know what he's talking about, and ultimately his case goes nowhere because they run out the clock. And listen, I'm not happy about it if that is the case. But if they can make him look like a fool, then when this comes up in the future, they'll already have the narrative in place, CNN and every newsroom across the country, that Rudy Giuliani is a fool and he has no idea what he's doing. And if he's bringing up the Hunter Biden issue and the laptop and everything else, you can ignore it and forget about it. And enough public pressure on people and politicians not to research and go into it and investigate, because this is the same useful idiot that told us there was voter fraud. And Joe Biden is the president of the United States. So where did that go? Do you see? That's how this works. That's not good. It's not good. All right, quickly, let's just go to a call. 239-479-5592. Is Joe still there? Joe in Naples? Because he wanted to weigh in on the COVID card. We're told that by CNN that there's a vaccination card now, a record card that's going to be kept, that you'll have a simple way to keep track of it in your pocket. Is Joe not there? Is Joe no longer there?
Oh, you there?
Okay. Hi, it's Joe. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
go ahead,
good
Joe.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Listen, hey, I don't see anything wrong with that. They're already restricting our movements. If you land in New York, you still got to fill out a card and you got to say, hey, I'm here, and I got to quarantine and all that stuff. Well, if this makes your life easier, it's going through the airport at New York. Why not? I mean, I get what you're saying about, this is not.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Well, no, I can tell you why not. Because, a few different reasons. Number one, Joe, because do you honestly believe that this will not be abused? Do you honestly think that there will not be individuals who already are telling you you're not allowed to leave your home and go to a church or go to a restaurant the very day that they themselves go to a restaurant and enjoy with with other politicians? How hypocritical that they are, that you're going to suggest to me that there's not going to be people that will use this as power to say you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to go shopping. You're not allowed to leave your home. I'm forcing you to stay in place. I'm forcing you to do what we tell you to do or else. That's not the country I want to live in. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, how much do you know, Joe, about COVID at this point?
How much do I know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking I'm asking an average everyday question. I'm not asking you for science or data. I'm just asking you for average information. How much do you know about it?
My son got COVID. My wife got COVID. Mm-hmm. I didn't get COVID. How? I don't know. I sleep in the same bed as my wife, so I don't know how that didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But I'm scared of it for my parents, not for me, not for my son, not for my wife, but my parents are 80 years old, so I'm scared.
You bet.
If there was a vaccine that I could take to protect them, I'd do it in 30 seconds.
You just look, Joe, you nailed it. You nailed it. That's the issue. The issue is
right,
wait, let me finish, Joe. Let me finish this point.
Okay.
You know, just the obvious things about COVID, you already know. You know who the vulnerable are. You know the people that are in your life that have had it and how it has affected them. You've seen it firsthand. You understand how some people get it and some don't. You understand how they are after the fact. And so when somebody says your wife or your child are not allowed to move unless they have a vaccination, or they're not allowed to do fill the blank, you're not allowed to go to this place unless you have your card, your papers, if you will. There are some people that would look at that, Joe, and say, well, hold on. We know who the vulnerable are. We know what works and doesn't. We know the things that we need to do. This is not January or February. We're in December now. We know everything there is to know. And Joe, I've got to run. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it, because I'm looking at the clock. And unless you want to hold on, but I've got to go to break. But that's the point. We know about this. And so when there are people that are saying, well, you got to have a vaccination record card. You got to carry this around, and you have to take this. You have to vaccinate yourself against a virus that has a 99.9% survival rate. That you must do this. But there are some people that are going to push back naturally and say, well, wait a minute. I kind of know that there are therapeutics out there. I kind of know who the vulnerable are and who aren't. And I think there's something to be said about that. Can we talk a little bit more about this? And there are people that are saying, no, you can't. You will do this. You will be vaccinated. And that's just the way it is. And get over it. And I'm not that guy. I'm just not. Maybe you can convince me. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
When the unexpected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds of up to a gig. Bounce forward with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. To learn more, go to ComcastBusiness.com.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at MyMensClinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow. We at MyMensClinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at MyMensClinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, MyMensClinic.com.
Do you want more for your child's education? Mason Classical Academy is a K-12 tuition-free school with a proven track record, earning A grades every year since its founding, and ranks in the top 2% of all Florida public schools. Mason Classical Academy's students learn objective truth, beauty, and to pursue the good in all things. They prepare their students for more than just passing a state test. The Mason Classical Academy classrooms promote patriotism, civics, moral character, a love of history, and the true story of Western civilization. Their challenging classical curriculum and traditional teaching methods show students how to think, not what to think. Mason Classical Academy is available to any student, regardless of income or zip code. If you want more for your child's education, Mason Classical Academy is the answer. Learn the true, do the good, love the beautiful. Enroll your child now for the tuition-free 2021-2022 school year by visiting masonacademy.com today.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with TriFound with the TriFound Financial Team, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with TriFound, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Insurance products offered through TriFound Financial, LLC.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part, the price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers, you know they're gonna wow you.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model, then come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. Instead of a mask mandate, the city of Naples is moving forward with education. The city will continue their campaign, All Heroes Wear Masks with NCH, and will spend money on face coverings for the community. Naples Mayor Teresa Heitman says yesterday was the last time the city would consider a mandate. Southwest Florida is making a comeback. Lee County says they're seeing more tourism. The county looked at its bed tax information and noticed August and September saw more money come in than the same months last year. Next week, the city of Fort Myers will connect two popular roads to reduce traffic congestion. The Hanson Street extension will connect Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard to Ortiz Avenue. The goal is to alleviate traffic on MLK Jr. Boulevard, which runs parallel to both Hanson and Colonia Boulevard. Hanson Street will also have 6-foot sidewalks and 7-foot bike lanes. Lee Health says 13% of its ICU rooms are available. They're treating 154 COVID-19 patients right now, while NCH is treating 61 COVID-positive patients. Here in Florida, right now, 45% of our ICU rooms are used. It has been slightly rising since October. The need for food is forcing Harry Chapin Food Bank to move a mobile food pantry. The food bank has been at Sunsplash Water Park in Cape Coral for months, but an increase in traffic sparked concern, so it's being relocated to an open field along the 1100 block of Northeast 23rd Terrace right near Kismet Parkway. Relief on the way from harmful Lake Okeechobee releases. The Army Corps of Engineers will start reducing discharges to the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie starting this weekend. While discharges to the West Coast will gradually lessen, the Corps will use a cycle on the East Coast to stop releases for 5 days, then resume for 7, stop again, and so on. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Pondella and North Cleveland is slowing traffic east and west on Pondella heading to this intersection. Still seeing a crash as well at Nicky's Lane and Stringfellow. Southbound delays on Stringfellow starting from Pine Island. The crash at Daniels and Skyport is causing congestion getting off of I-75 westbound towards Palomino Lane. Also the crash at Three Oaks and Copperleaf Boulevard. One southbound right lane blocked heading southbound to Coconut Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday, everyone. We're tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that is streaming in. A little bit of cloud cover and a few areas of rain for the rest of today. Otherwise, though, temperature is pretty warm out there in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, a cold front moves through in the morning, bringing a few areas of rain. That temporarily drops our temperatures and dries us out Saturday night into Sunday. And then a second cold front comes through by Sunday evening, and that will bring in more moisture and scattered areas of rain by Monday. Download that free Wink Weather app and track it live right along with us. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking to my good friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters. And I love talking to Dave because when I talk to Dave, I know that means he has something special for you. In this case, like I have in my home, Core Tech is absolutely amazing, Dave. And I got to tell you, I love it. My wife loves it. And boy, you've got a lot of Core Tech right now in stock.
Yes, we do. And we've got about 6 or 7 truckloads coming to beat the tariff increase. And we're going to guarantee a freeze of the prices on all our in-stock Core-Tech. We're not going to go up 50 cents a square foot, and we're going to save it for our customers.
And so when it comes to Core-Tech, I mean, it is just amazing the selection that you have. And not only that, the installation is incredible. What you do there is fantastic.
Yes, and we stock 100 colors of Core-Tech.
Floor Meisters, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds, we're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused. The multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale at Duncan's Diamonds. Your best chance to get the finest jewelry at great prices. This Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds, Gulf Coast Town Center, US 41, and Naples at Mercado.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
I think everybody is feeling through this sense of isolation, this lack of touch and togetherness, of not being able to hug our friends. I know it does sound absolutely crazy, but it's those feelings and sensations that do bring us quite quickly to a sense of really bliss and relaxation.
Bliss and relaxation. Jake, on this Jake Day, wouldn't you like to have some bliss and relaxation? Wouldn't you like to go to this business that's opening up in Dallas, where you pay $40 to be tickled?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
It's a tickle bar. And the owner is saying, listen, I know it sounds crazy, but if you pay me $40, I'll tickle you. Yeah. It sounds legit to me.
Must have lines wrapped around the block.
Well, you know what? In this era of COVID, I don't know how that would work. I don't know how you do it. Do you put people through? Well, you can't do plexiglass. Do you do like plexiglass where you stick your hand? I don't know. It's just all of it sounds awful. It's terrible. But I'm just looking for all of us. You know, some in this era of COVID, we all need new ideas, new places to go, new people and suggestions to help us get through what is the vid. And how businesses are closing down and some are opening. How do you open up a tickle bar when you have restaurants and bars that are closing up because of some of the draconian acts of governors in closing down different places across the country? And thank goodness we don't have to worry about that here with Governor Ron DeSantis, and people do understand exactly what works and what doesn't work. Certainly here in the state. We're going to get to that in just a second because there's a story about 2022. You know, it's just around the corner and the governor up for re-election and somebody wants to run against him. Hey, you think you know who that is? Oh, wait till you hear. This is interesting. All right. 239-479-5592, as you know, is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch and comment right there at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can watch and you can subscribe to the channel so you can watch on both YouTube and Facebook. We appreciate it. And coming up in about 10 more minutes, Drew's College Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD, and that is coming up, so we'll have a little bit of fun with you. 10,000 for the troops. We are over 20,000, so now it's 20,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Tomorrow, I believe, everything's going to be boxed up and we're going to get ready to ship. You can still go to a Mel's Diner location near you, one of 5, Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, Cape Coral, and 2 in Naples, to drop them off as we'll scoop them up today, get them to Kim Gade and everybody over at Lee Health that are vetting the cards. And then Monday, I guess we get a hard count. So I'll double check with Cassio, the program director, and find out if that's the case. But in this world of vid, it's a little different. So the Rona has kind of changed things to get the counts and everything together because they can't be in the same room to vet the cards. But do not forget about our men and women serving overseas, please. So 10,000 for the troops. We do appreciate you helping us this year with that. All right. So a little bit of news here in the state of Florida. You may be asking yourself, why is it that people always want to cross the aisle? Wait, let me rephrase that. Why is it that Republicans always feel like they have to cross the aisle to get things done in government, knowing full well that the people that they're crossing the aisle over to have not a care about what you do or think or believe about the Constitution, the rule of law? We have seen it on display. If you think that's hyperbolic, if you're listening as a Democrat or a liberal right now and you're saying, that's outrageous, how can you say that? I think it's on display. We constantly hear the hypocrisy of those that will tell you can't go to a church, you can't go to a restaurant. We got the vid going on right now. Hey, what time do you want me to meet you at the restaurant tonight? And they go on these Cabo San Lucas vacations like the who was it, the mayor in Austin, Texas? You've got the governor in California who decided to dine with a couple of politicians as well, while everybody else was told to stay home. And there's story after story after story like that. They don't care about you. They care about power. When you hear about defunding the police, and we're constantly hearing about it, and even in Minnesota, even in Minneapolis right now, we're hearing about the issues of the upticks in crime and everything that is happening there. And they still want to defund the police department. They still want this new realization of policing. It's not going away. And so what are you crossing the aisle over to do? So why would you bring people into an administration purposely? Because there are people that are saying, I'm going to bring in Democrats into leadership. Because, well, why? Because their constituents and their interests are not yours. So what you're doing is you're helping to give them power to do things that probably are detrimental to what you're trying to accomplish. I mean, I can go to a state level, and not to get too deep in the weeds, but I'll just give you a quick story about from Florida politics that I'm reading about today. And I have a little bit of concern. Wilton Simpson reaches across the political aisle to name committee chairs. Who's Wilton Simpson, and why do you care? He's the next Senate president here in the state of Florida, and the legislature selected committee chairs for the next 2 years, drafting a leadership team that crosses the political aisle, bringing in a lot of Democrats in positions of power in Tallahassee on the Senate side. No, thanks. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Under the guise of, look, we all got to get along, we all have to do it. I'm just telling you that Democrats have no interest in getting along and doing anything with you, especially at a state level where they know that they're not in the majority. Giving them a position or a seat to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because I don't see what their interest is to cross over to you. We never, ever hear about Democrats crossing over to our interests, whether it's in the state, in Tallahassee, or whether it's on a national level. And so, will you be surprised when I give you this little bit of news? 2022 is just around the corner, and you got to start thinking about who's going to be running against the governor of the state of Florida. And not that it would be somebody that would be brought into his cabinet, but somebody who is an elected official in his cabinet. Nikki Fried is currently the state's agriculture commissioner, and she told NBC2 exclusively that she's seriously considering a run against the governor. And I love this from their website. Frieda's name recognition, in fact, because her name appears on every gas pump in the state. That's who I want for governor. You know, that's awesome. Remember how it was like, what's this girl's face on on the gas pumps around Southwest Florida? Who is this? And Nikki Fried. Why in the world does she have her face on gas pumps?
I will say she's not on every gas pump.
No, not anymore. She was. Until people were like, what are you doing? It's clear that you're putting your face on the gas pumps because you're going to be running for governor. That's what you're doing. You're trying to use it for name recognition. I'm trying to figure out what she has done as agriculture commissioner that has made headlines. I don't know, but I certainly know that the talk all along was, listen, she's going to run for governor against the governor. She's a part of his cabinet. So then I ask, if you're in the governor's cabinet, of course, an elected position, so let's not confuse elected as opposed to appointed. But if you're going to run against him, I wonder how much of your interests in the state of Florida as somebody who's the agriculture commissioner is the same as the governor of the state of Florida. I'm just being logical. I'm just using logic here, and maybe I'm completely off base. And if you are a state politician that's listening to this program and you want to call, or you're just somebody who thinks I'm off base and you want to correct the record for me, bring it. But I'm just saying, elections have consequences. Especially ones that you may have questions about whether or not they're fraudulent. I'm just bringing that up because that would never happen in 2020. That we have someone, an elected official who's in the cabinet in the state of Florida, who's going to run against the sitting governor. So we're supposed to believe that that person has the same interests, special or otherwise, and the same constituents as those who would like to move policy forward as the governor. And at the same time, we're supposed to feel good about Republicans, not Democrats, Republicans, who constantly give us this tripe. In my word. By the way, tripe is delicious. If you are Italian, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Tripe is absolutely delicious. When you cook it the right way with a little bit of sauce, it is awesome. As a matter of fact, this weekend, I think I'm going to go get some tripe. Oh, man, is that good.
If you're going to continue to talk about these delicious Italian delicacies, you're going to have to start bringing them into work.
That would be my mom today. My mom would call and say, listen, I put you up a suicidal. And I might even make you some tripe for the weekend. What do you think? Of course, you'd have to ship it from New York. That's a whole other story. But anyway, I digress. But it's the Republicans that are constantly telling us we're going to reach across the aisle. We have to come together and show. You don't have to show anything, especially when you consider where the parties are at right now and how liberalism is trying to run rampant across this state. And you're the firewall. You're the firewall to stop it from getting out of control. And you're going to bring people into positions of power who have completely the opposite ideology and ideas that you have, who have constituents that they serve that don't even want you in office. And I hate to say that because, look, in the perfect world, everybody would love to believe that we all get along. In the perfect world, everybody would love to believe that we can kumbaya and hold hands and everything is going to be sweet and perfect if we all just listen to each other. The problem is that we listen. Conservatives listen to you, but we also understand that our inclusivity means that everybody gets to rise. Everybody has an opportunity to succeed as long as you have the desire, the drive, as long as you want to. And we would put policies in place that would allow you to do as much or as little as you would like. That would benefit everybody. And the left thinks you're crazy, or a useful idiot, or stupid. And those are not my words. Those are the words of CNN's Jeff Zucker. If you heard the Project Veritas video audio that we played a little earlier about going after, people like Rudy Giuliani and you But anyway, so there you go. Nikki Fried, the gas pump girl, is going to run for governor and is possibly going to announce her run for governor. And hey, I got my face used to be on gas pumps, right? Vote for me. And listen, if you don't know who I am, we might have a couple of people who will make a call over to Georgia and find out what you can do with suitcases under tables filled with ballots. I'm not suggesting. Not saying that happened or there's any illegality going on with voter fraud in Georgia and that Democrats in the state of Florida would even consider that. That's so wrong. Man, is that bad? I take that back. Although I already said it, so okay. 239-479-5592. Let's go. Jake, it's time for you to kick the button or hit the button or do whatever you do or push it. You push it. Time right now for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Caller number 5 at 239-479-5592. Let's play Drew's College next. And by the way, if you're a Democrat and you hate the way that I talk about you, please feel free to call this program. Because not every Democrat is what I say that they are. So it's really wrong for me to do that. But if you're not, hey, let me know. I'm willing to listen. All right, let's go to Sabrina Katz. She has your traffic.
The crash at Driftwood Lane and Estero Boulevard on Fort Myers Beach is really slowing traffic heading eastbound as well as westbound with 2 lanes blocked, an area to avoid. Also, if you are near Three Oaks, there's a crash at Three Oaks and Copperleaf Boulevard still blocking a southbound lane to Coconut Road. Slowdowns on Immokalee Road and Collier heading towards 951. That morning rush definitely still underway just near Gulf Coast High. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
An area of disturbed weather in the Gulf is streaming in clouds and even a few showers for today. Otherwise, temperatures warm into the upper 70s and even a few spots close to 80 degrees. More areas of rain possible as early as Saturday morning along a cold front, temporarily drying us out before more rain expected by Monday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brady Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Jake D'Amelio here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission that was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO of Bonita Springs. 239-992-2626. 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake D'Amelio for AMCO Bonita Springs.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing we can try again next weekend is tough. When what you want to hear is wow, we at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, Let's go to Mike out on Marco. Hey, Mike.
Drew, this is Rachel. Mike had to go to the bathroom. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. I smoke a lot of Lucky Strikes, and I love you. He had to go, so he gave it to me. I'm his mother. I'm from Providence. And so I'd love to play your game with you, Drew. And I love Jake, too.
All right. Are you serious? You're going to play Drew's College?
My name is Rachel, and I'm ready to play. So you just give me your best shot, you handsome man, you.
Okay. Oh, gosh. All right. Yeah, here we go. Drew's College. It's let's go. Let's play. All right. Whoever you are, do you remember Ronald? Yeah. Okay. Wait, Mike, are you back? Who's there? Okay, Mike's gone. Mike's gone. Go to Justin. Justin's in Fort Myers. Justin, I don't know what that was. Justin, just go to Justin. Is Justin there?
I'm here. I just came off, I just had a reprieve from politics for the week, so I'm coming off the bench. Go easy on me.
All right, I'll go easy on you. All right, here we go. Your associate's degree question. Ronald Reagan, President of the United States. You remember Ronald Reagan, right?
Yes.
Who was president before Ronald Reagan?
Jimmy Carter.
That's correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. Let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Let's see. There's a naval base that's located on the island of Cuba. Do you know the name of that naval base?
Is that Guantanamo Bay?
That is. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. When we talk about the secretary for the VA, what does the letters VA stand for? What is that abbreviation?
Drew, that's right up my alley. I'm a veteran. Veterans Affairs, buddy.
That is correct, sir. That is correct. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. The Civil Rights Act was signed by President Johnson. He signed the Civil Rights Act. What decade was that?
That was 1930, or the 1930s decade.
No, it was actually the 60s. That was 1968. President LBJ signed the Civil Rights Act, 1968. Well, that's all right. Listen, that's okay. You got yourself a master's degree. Very, very impressive. And we do appreciate you being the substitute for whoever was on the phone from Marco Island before. That's all
right.
Yeah. No,
we listen to you all the time. Great job. Keep up the good fight and stay in there for us.
All right. And we'll stay right all along. See what I did there?
You do.
I did. Okay. All right, Justin, we appreciate you. Thank you, my friend, and everybody who plays along and listens, 750 each and every day, Drew's College. Hey, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris together, socially distanced yesterday. What did they say? Wait till you hear it. Coming up.
Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Slider man. We make your patio door slide like new. Slider man. This is our mission to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man. We make your patio door slide like new. Slider man.
Call Sliderman toll-free, 866-594-1969.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. Instead of a mask mandate, the city of Naples is moving forward with education. The city will continue their campaign, All Heroes Wear Masks with NCH, and will spend money on face coverings for the community. Naples Mayor Teresa Heitman says yesterday was the last time the city would consider a mandate. Southwest Florida is making a comeback. Lee County says they're seeing more tourism. The county looked at its bed tax information and noticed August and September saw more money come in than the same months last year. Next week, the city of Fort Myers will connect 2 popular roads to reduce traffic congestion. The Hanson Street extension will connect Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard to Ortiz Avenue. The goal is to alleviate traffic on MLK Jr. Boulevard, which runs parallel to both Hanson and Colonial Boulevard. Hanson Street will also have 6-foot sidewalks and 7-foot bike lanes. Lee Health says 13% of its ICU rooms are available. They're treating 154 COVID-19 patients right now, while NCH is treating 61 COVID-positive patients. Here in Florida, right now, 45% of our ICU rooms are used. It has been slightly rising since October. The need for food is forcing Harry Chapin Food Bank to move a mobile food pantry. The food bank has been at Sunsplash Water Park in Cape Coral for months, but an increase in traffic sparked concern, so it's being relocated to an open field along the 1100 block of Northeast 23rd Terrace right near Kismet Parkway. Relief on the way from harmful Lake Okeechobee releases. The Army Corps of Engineers will start reducing discharges to the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie starting this weekend. While discharges to the West Coast will gradually lessen, the Corps will use a cycle on the East Coast to stop releases for 5 days, then resume for 7, stop again, and so on. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at Driftwood Lane and Estero Boulevard on Fort Myers Beach is really slowing traffic heading eastbound as well as westbound with 2 lanes blocked, an area to avoid. Also, if you are near Three Oaks, there's a crash at Three Oaks and Copperleaf Boulevard still blocking a southbound lane to Coconut Road. Slowdowns on Immokalee Road and Collier heading towards 951. That morning rush definitely still underway just near Gulf Coast High. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday, everyone. We're tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that is streaming in. A little bit of cloud cover and a few areas of rain for the rest of today. Otherwise, though, temperature is pretty warm out there in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, a cold front moves through in the morning, bringing a few areas of rain. That temporarily drops our temperatures and dries us out Saturday night into Sunday. And then a second cold front comes through by Sunday evening, and that will bring in more moisture and scattered areas of rain by Monday. Download that free Wink Weather app and track it live right along with us. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Thrust all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Mel's Diner makes your holiday meals easy.
We're bringing back good times and great food. Mel's Diner.
This holiday season, Mel's Diner puts everyone in the spirit with Mel's Holiday Family Meals to Go. Serving up to 6 with entrees like Mel's famous slow-roasted turkey, hand-carved just for you, or baked all-natural Virginia ham. Dinners include your choice of homemade stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy, or mashed sweet potatoes and green beans and corn. And as a bonus, a whole pumpkin pie for just $79.99. You can't prepare it for less. And with this delicious deal, you don't have to cook. Reserve yours today. Mel's Diner gift cards are available now with a 20% bonus. It's a bell-ringing deal. For example, buy a $25 gift card and get 30. It's the gift everyone will enjoy. Make it home for the holidays with holiday family meals to go from Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner.
Don't miss Straight Talk with Doc Morris every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. He'll answer all your medical questions.
Does marijuana work? Absolutely. We're helping over 4,000 patients now in this marijuana program, and we can help you too with multiple diagnoses. Get your appointment scheduled today. We can help.
For more information, go to morrismedicalcenter.com. That's morrismedicalcenter.com. And catch Doc Morris on his show this Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today. Gets it fixed up. No mess. No problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. How can I make the most of waiting for my next big vacation?
Translate your questions into goals by investing with Merrill Edge Self-Directed. It's more accessible than you think, with helpful planning tools plus free online stock and ETF trades. So you can keep practicing your Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Other fees may apply. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
Dell Technologies has announced their Cyber Monday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SP Cyber Monday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, hey, I didn't see you standing there. Good to see you. Good morning, Southwest Florida. How are you? It's Drew Steele. Thanks for joining us today on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. First of all, a big thank you for 2 different things. Number one, for so many of you making this program the start of your day. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate it. I don't know that I say it enough, so I'm trying to say it enough. We are humbled. We are thankful. We are grateful that you wake up each and every morning to this program. Thank you so much. We are thankful for all of you who understand what it means to be away from family during the Christmas season, and how our men and women serving overseas, many of them are, and an opportunity for you for a small thank you for your service and a big we're thinking of you by sending those cards, Christmas cards, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902, and dropping them off at one of 5 great Mel's Diner locations, one in Fort Myers, one in Bonita, one in Cape Coral, and 2 in Naples. That we are so thankful you dropped them off and you've been thinking about them. And I can tell you from personal experience that they love that you are thinking of them during the holiday season. And that is a big deal. And thank you for doing that. So continue to get the cards in. Hopefully by the end of the show, we'll have a count today, a rough count. And then by Monday, we'll have a grand total count, as I believe they're going to be shipping over the weekend. So we'll have more information on that. Okay, a lot to get to, so let's get right to it. Hey, what's it like to be the possible next president of the United States. Notice I said possible next president of the United States. I didn't say president-elect. I didn't say you're in the office of some imaginary president-elect. Jake, from now on, I would like for you to address me as President-elect Steele. Can you do that from now on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. President-elect.
Yes, I want everybody who... Let's do that. Let's make this a thing. You know, the thing. Like Joe Biden likes to do, the thing. I would like for you from now on, if you wouldn't mind, at least until Inauguration Day, to address me as President-elect Steele from now on when you call or text. 239-479-5592. Because if he can have an office of president-elect, I want to have one. I mean, if the media says he's going to be that guy, and Democrats say he's going to be that guy, and some Republicans who are peeling off and who never really were for the president, unless, of course, it benefited them, wink, wink, nod, nod, and then all of a sudden kind of slow back and walk away. Yeah, you guys go over there. I'm not there yet, okay? So let's just say you're going to be the next press secretary for the imaginary office holder of the office of president-elect, and you're going to be Joe Biden's press secretary. It's interesting what you have said about that individual in the past. Thanks to Tucker Carlson for digging this up last night. Jen Psaki, who's going to be the future president's press secretary, saying this in the past about Joe Biden.
There have been a number of moments where even those of us who have affection for Vice President Biden think, what on earth is happening right now? And part of his appeal is that he says things that your uncle says, and people feel comfortable with him, and it's a return to normalcy.
No, that's not a return to normalcy. It's the things that Joe Biden says is not a return to normalcy. People don't feel like the things that your crazy Uncle Joe says is normal. They don't feel like the things that he says when he says it is normal for you. That is not what people think, Jen Psaki. Although, listen, a little bit of honesty there before she realized that, oh boy, I better take this hammer and sickle hat off because I didn't realize that I might be the next press secretary for a Joe Biden presidency. So that was cool hearing that because how many people behind the scenes are going, is there any way to get this guy out of office? What if I told you that the office of president-elect imaginary office holder, Joe Biden, may have given us a clue yesterday as to exactly how he would do it to get rid of him? I'm not kidding. You know, first we start with how Joe Biden is going to make sure that, look, all of you mask up. It's simple. First 100 days. How about 100 days of masking?
Day I'm inaugurated to say I'm going to ask the public for 100 days to mask. Just 100 days to mask. Not forever, 100 days.
That is a cutting-edge idea. I mean, I'm wondering why nobody thought about wearing masks at all. Like, gosh, that is something else. I'm really glad that Joe Biden, as the imaginary office holder, president-elect, has the science and the data to show that if we masked up for 100 days, that everything would be just fine. We would watch the vid magically just disappear. There it goes into the ether. I think Nancy Pelosi put it best one day when she said,
bowl of doggy do.
I might agree with that. So you got Joe Biden, who wants to be the president of the United States, and through his office of imaginary president-elect is going to now tell us that, listen, 100 days, we mask up, everything will be, we'll get this thing beat. Oh, you better believe it. I got ideas that you have no idea I'm going to pull out of my, well, whatever orifice. But anyway, I digress. How about this little nugget from yesterday? It was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on a stage together, socially distanced. Not wearing masks, but socially distanced. Speaking with Jake Tapper, you know, it's the first real interview about what they'll be doing as, well, whatever they want to be, you know, because they can make all of this stuff up right now because as of right now, I'm not convinced that they're going to be the president and vice president elect. So I'll sit back and wait. But listen to this nugget, everybody. When asked about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their differences of opinion that they may have. How are they going to get along? Advice from Kamala to Joe Biden and vice versa, and that relationship. How do you guys get along? And Joe Biden reflecting on not only that, but how he got along with Barack Obama. Listen to this listen to this nugget.
The thing, we are simpatico on our philosophy of government and simpatico on how we want to attach approach these issues that we're facing. And so I don't have, and when we disagree, it'll be just like, so far, it's been just like when Barack and I did.
And what did you and Barack do? Your buddy Barack, what did you guys do when you were in office? How did it work?
It's in private. She'll say, I think we should do A, B, C, or D. And I'll say, I like A, don't like B and C. Mm-hmm. And let's go, okay. But
okay. And it's like, okay. I get the impression that Barack said, Joe, what do you think? And Joe would go, I don't know. Joe would walk up and say things like,
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And Barack would be like, yeah, don't worry about it, Joe. Just sit down here. Here's some oatmeal. All right. So Joe Biden now with Kamala Harris together, they're going to work together hard. And so listen to this nugget about how this relationship works.
And I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Excuse me? The first takeaway is there's a lot of similarity between and so maybe he was hanging around with Barack a little too much. But then if you guys don't get along, what?
A moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. What the heck does that mean? Now, nothing instills confidence in a fake office of President-elect Joe Biden and the American people feeling confident in having his back. Then a guy was like, hey, if we disagree, then I'll make up some kind of disease and I'll leave. What? Yeah, nothing instills confidence in a president like that. But then the other part of it is, is this a prelude? Are you telling us that if you don't get along with Kamala Harris, that you're going to make believe you got some kind of disease and you're going to bow out? I mean, who? I just want to get this straight. 80 million people voted for.
I'll develop some disease.
So 80 million people voted for a guy that thinks that he'll develop some disease and bow out if he, And I'm sure that places like China and Russia, they are quaking in their boots listening to this guy being the next president of the United States. Actually, they wouldn't be quaking. They're actually hands together and a little bit of this, like, ooh, that sounded French, didn't it? That was stereotyping. That's not very nice. All right. 239-479-5592. There's a lot of crazy out there that we got to decipher and get through from the imaginary office of the president-elect and figure out what it is that he's going to be doing and policies that are going to be moving forward. Because I could tell you this. There's some danger out there, everybody. There's some danger in the people that he's going to be bringing into in a future administration and the people that he's going to surround himself with and the ideology that is going to take hold. And if you got a guy who's like, listen, if I don't agree on certain policies with Kamala, then I'll develop a disease and bow out. What? But we're also going to get to the audio of Rudy Giuliani and the Trump legal team in Georgia on voter fraud and footage of poll workers stopping the count in Georgia and then going underneath a table to grab suitcases filled with ballots and start to count them. Where did they come from? Why didn't poll workers get to see this? And why isn't the media all over this, local, state, and national? Why aren't you all jumping all over this as opposed to President-elect Biden? President-elect Biden? No. Get on this. All right. Let's see. We'll go to a call before we go to break. Steve's in Bonita. Hey, Steve.
You hit on what I was going to talk to you about there. I was watching it last night when they were airing it on, Newsmax. And
wait, hold on, Steve. Can you do me a favor? Could you address me properly, please?
Mr. Drew?
No, I'm President-elect Steele from now on. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. President-elect Steele.
Thank you.
So this morning I don't watch the fake news, but I wanted to see how they covered it. Last night I flipped through the talk shows, and they were hitting the ones the two that I saw wanted to talk about the weird looks of the witnesses that the Republicans are bringing in. Then this morning I fought my throw up reflex and watched Savannah the comedy Guthrie. They never, so far it's still going on, but they haven't mentioned one word about it. They talked, their lead-in news was the legalization of pot, and the Tiger King woman got her arm ripped off last night or something. But anyway,
that's huge. That's what the country cares about, obviously. And gas pump girl Nikki Fried, who wants to run for governor, she cared about that as well here in the state.
Well, I'm sure she'll get a good backing from our lawyer friend. But the problem we're having, what can we do about these media? I mean, this fake news is ridiculous. This is as close to communism you get. They take over the media and drive, because most people don't, that listen to you, of course, study what's going on, but most people don't know what's going on. So how do we stop that?
Well,
can we make them change their news to opinion instead of news?
Well, here's a couple of things that we can do, and I'm going to play the audio. Steve, listen, and Benita, thanks for calling. I appreciate it, and thanks for addressing me from now on properly as President-elect Steele. I mean, listen, if I got an office here, I'm making this office right behind me in my home that you can see if you're watching on YouTube at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe. I'm going to make this. I'm going to actually get a sign back here that says Office of President. I should have one. I mean, listen, it's an imaginary thing. I can have it. So thank you for addressing me as President-elect Steele. I like that. Two things. Number one, to Steve's point, there is something that you can do. You can search out different places to get your news. Oh, that's echo chambers. It's like Parler. That's why people go to Parler, you moron, because it's free speech, because they don't want their speech being stifled and their opinions being shut down by some guy named Jack. Jack? The second thing is you go to alternative sources, and like you said, you watch stuff on Newsmax and One News America, OAN, and other places, and you're finding all of these different places now that are available all across the interwebs. Thank you, Al Gore, to introduce you to the right way, the right all along side, if you will. For those that don't know, yesterday, Rudy Giuliani and the Trump legal team presented to Georgia in this vote hearing that was happening there with the legislature, video footage of suitcases filled with ballots being pulled from underneath the table. And here's how it was described, the situation being set up.
At about 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to roll this back and show it to you. There you go. So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from under this table. This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there.
A woman in blonde braids who came in at 10:30 at night and said, "We're not counting anymore. Everybody needs to go home. Get out of here. Let's go." And kicked everybody out, kicked out people counting votes, kicked out the poll workers, and then brought in a black table and underneath suitcases filled with ballots. But nothing to see here, all you local, state, and national media outlets. We got an office of the president-elect. It's pretty sweet.
So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there at 8:22 in the morning. Yeah, I saw 4 suitcases come out from underneath the table.
Yeah, four suitcases. No big deal.
Yeah, upper right hand, you see the gentleman in the red. So he just pulled one out.
Yeah, they're showing video evidence of what she's describing.
So what are these ballots doing there, separate from all the other ballots?
Being counted while nobody's around. Anybody wants to ask that question? If you're a journalist, this is your time to shine. If you're an activist, this is your time to avoid. You've got one side or the other side. Can we just make this clear as the wind-driven snow? No, that's white as the wind-driven snow. As clear as the day. Well, it's not today because it's a little cloudy out. Can we just make this can I just make this as clear to you as possible? If you are the media, the mainstream media, the fake news media, what Nancy Pelosi would like to describe to every American as
bowl of doggy doo.
You have 2 choices. You can either see for your own eyes what is happening, hear it being described, and doing some journalism and digging in and finding out the truth and then presenting it to your audience as a journalist. Or you can be an activist and ignore that it's happening because you desperately want Orange Man out and you want your crazy Uncle Joe to be president of the United States because he's going to make everything all better. That guy is the real deal.
I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Because you love that guy, because that's the guy you want. That's not journalism, that's activism. You see the difference. And why do people get discouraged with you? I don't know. 239-479-5592. All right, when we come back, top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35, and then Mike Opelka joins us as he does each and every Friday. Looking forward to that and your calls coming up next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hello, Southwest Florida. I'm Anthony with the American Tradesman Show, and my guest, Gerald Prevett from B&K Water Extraction and Mold Services, and his brother, Brian Prevett from Prevett Plumbing, and my partner, Juan Silva from American Electrical. Join us each week, Saturday mornings between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., where we talk about something new in the construction field, educating you on anything with the new codes, new requirements, and also the materials and the products that we use on these shows. So we look forward to you listening to our show. God bless America and Semper Fi. Hoorah!
Being the most experienced, Dr. David C. Brown's Eye Centers of Florida has conducted many FDA studies since 1971, including the first to perform laser cataract surgery, multifocal lens for cataracts, HD lens for distance clarity and accuracy, genetic screening for macular degeneration, the studies for implantable contact lenses, and dozens more. A world of better vision is right here in Southwest Florida. Dr. David C. Brown's Eye Centers of Florida, clearly the right choice.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. How can I make the most of waiting for my next big vacation?
Translate your questions into goals by investing with Merrill Edge Self-Directed. It's more accessible than you think, with helpful planning tools plus free online stock and ETF trades, so you can keep practicing your pronunciation. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Other fees may apply. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
At home with Robert, retired burglar and family man.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, SimpliSafe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 40% off a new system and a free camera at simplisafe.com/holiday. That's 40% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. SimpliSafe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplisafe.com/holiday for 40% off and a free camera today.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for thinking about our men and women serving overseas this time of year. It is so important that we remember them with Christmas cards. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. But you can also drop them off at any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Bonita, and 2 in Naples. Thank you to Mel's Diner. 10,000 for the troops. 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. Instead of a mask mandate, the city of Naples is moving forward with education. The city will continue their campaign, All Heroes Wear Masks with NCH, and will spend money on face coverings for the community. Naples Mayor Teresa Heitman says yesterday was the last time the city would consider a mandate. Southwest Florida is making a comeback. Lee County says they're seeing more tourism. The county looked at its bed tax information and noticed August and September saw more money come in than the same months last year. Next week, the city of Fort Myers will connect two popular roads to reduce traffic congestion. The Hanson Street extension will connect Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard to Ortiz Avenue. The goal is to alleviate traffic on MLK Jr. Boulevard, which runs parallel to both Hanson and Colonia Boulevard. Hanson Street will also have 6-foot sidewalks and 7-foot bike lanes. Lee Health says 13% of its ICU rooms are available. They're treating 154 COVID-19 patients right now, while NCH is treating 61 COVID-positive patients. Here in Florida, right now, 45% of our ICU rooms are used. It has been slightly rising since October. The need for food is forcing Harry Chapin Food Bank to move a mobile food pantry. The food bank has been at Sunsplash Water Park in Cape Coral for months, but an increase in traffic sparked concern, so it's being relocated to an open field along the 1100 block of Northeast 23rd Terrace right near Kismet Parkway. Relief on the way from harmful Lake Okeechobee releases. The Army Corps of Engineers will start reducing discharges to the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie starting this weekend. While discharges to the West Coast will gradually lessen, the Corps will use a cycle on the East Coast to stop releases for 5 days, then resume for 7, stop again, and so on. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at Driftwood Lane and Estero Boulevard on Fort Myers Beach is really slowing traffic heading eastbound as well as westbound with 2 lanes blocked, an area to avoid. Also, if you are near Three Oaks, there's a crash at Three Oaks and Copperleaf Boulevard still blocking a southbound lane to Coconut Road. Slowdowns on Immokalee Road and Collier heading towards 951. That morning rush definitely still underway just near Gulf Coast High. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday, everyone. We're tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that is streaming in. A little bit of cloud cover and a few areas of rain for the rest of today. Otherwise, though, temperature is pretty warm out there in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, a cold front moves through in the morning, bringing a few areas of rain. That temporarily drops our temperatures and dries us out Saturday night into Sunday. And then a second cold front comes through by Sunday evening, and that will bring in more moisture and scattered areas of rain by Monday. Download that free Wink Weather app and track it live right along with us. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, Steve for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel like you're the forgotten person in this great country, working hard all your life and contributing to this country's greatness, but taken for granted by our politicians' quest for voters? Using their slogan, more taxes will set you free. At Stevie's, you are not forgotten. We love our customers and never want them to feel forgotten. We deliver the value you deserve with our food, service, and pricing. Making our customers feel special is our happiness. As the owner of Stevie Tomatoes, we cater to the forgotten person. Those of you who go about every day doing what it takes for them and their family while contributing to this country's greatness, its culture and values. I personally invite you to allow us to be a small part of what makes you feel special, and we promise to obtain your complete satisfaction. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come.
Hey, with all that's going on right now, many of us are thinking about our health and finances more than we usually do. So with the December 15th deadline to get health coverage for 2021, you should know Florida Blue offers up to $500 in rewards just for staying healthy. With the Florida Blue Health and Wellness Rewards Program, you can earn rewards for completing easy activities like going to your annual wellness visit or just getting a flu shot. You can use that $500 to pay your premiums, and if there's extra, it covers any other healthcare expenses you have. With Florida Blue's affordable plans, this $500 goes a long way. So get healthcare that gets you and gets rewarded for simply taking care of yourself. Don't wait. Your last chance to enroll for 2021 is December 15th. Florida Blues expert agents are ready to help you enroll today. Call 800-530-4648 or visit floridablue.com/wegetyou.
Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc. These health benefit plans have limitations and exclusions. The amount of benefits provided depends upon the plan selected, and the premium may vary with the amount of the benefits selected. Rewards available for individual ACA members 18 years or older. Reward amounts will apply to premiums, and excess amounts may be redeemed subject to the rewards program terms and conditions. 104066.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds, we're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused. The multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale at Duncan's Diamonds. Your best chance to get the finest jewelry at great prices. This Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds, Gulf Coast Town Center, US 41, and Naples at Mercado.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Dave Wright, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to refer to me as President-elect Drew Steele. I appreciate that. President-elect Steele, to be short, that would be just fine. Why not? I'm kind of feeling this. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of getting something made so that in my home studio, my home office, which is now the actual office of the President-elect, that I'm gonna get a banner put back behind me that says that, because I think. I mean, if Joe Biden can have one at this point, why can't I? I mean, it just seems fair. Not really, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, usually we do the top 5 audio clips of the day right now, the 5 at 8:35. But here's what I thought. I wanted to have Mike Opelka join us right now because I'm sure we're going to play some audio clips anyway. And then it gives us more time to do the thing, which is your phone calls, which is you joining us and comment on whatever's on your mind. It could be monoliths. It could be mini lifts. It could be, I don't know. Is that the opposite of a monolith? Is a mini lift? I'm not even sure. Maybe I can ask Mike Opelka. He knows. Whatever you want to talk about this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm happy to be back. Didn't we just do this yesterday?
Yeah,
did I just wake up in the corner and go, hey, I'm Stockdale. Who am I? Why am I here?
You almost sound like the people that find these monoliths in the middle of, why is this here? What's going on?
I would love to find a monolith.
Here's what you do. A listener yesterday came up with a great idea. And no, it was Jake on this Jake Day. Jake, didn't you come up with the idea about why not? Because everybody's doing it. It's the hot new trend. Why not just get a monolith for Christmas and like now and put it in your backyard? It would be great to talk about. Just get a giant metal, go to some guy that will take like scrap metal and just make it for you, and then just put it out in the yard and tell him.
I got a guy. I got a neighbor. He's good with a torch.
That's it.
I want a monolith for Christmas. Only a monolith will do.
That's right.
So yeah, we're looking at these. I'm dubious, especially when you see rivets, because the monoliths are supposed to be from aliens, just like in 2001: A Space Odyssey, when the monoliths showed up and conferred all the knowledge upon us. But these have rivets, which means it's from like the Acme Monolith Company, delivered in the desert to the Roadrunner and the Coyote. So I'm not buying that. I got bigger problems.
All right, what's your big problem?
Yesterday, I watched hours of hearings, and I'm sure you did too.
Yes, I did.
Maybe you have a life, but I watched hours of hearings, and there was one lady who I got two clips I have to play for you. The lady who was the nurse, who was talking about working as a poll worker, and she gave us this classic moment.
I don't give a rip who won. What matters to me is that the people's vote is more protected than their urine.
So, I know.
There's some truth there.
There's a whole lot of truth there. What matters is the people's vote is more protected than their urine. and she's a nurse who has had to preside over drug tests for employment. And we all know that they have to secure those vials. She went on, though. This gets really good.
Think about it. It doesn't matter who won. Those paper ballots were not secure. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican. I don't care if you voted for Minnie Mouse. I don't care. The process is flawed when your urine is more protected than your vote.
That needs to be on a shirt somewhere.
that and tax the rich. And then we can make a lot of money off of it.
They are. We'd make a lot of money off this, too. But it went further on bodily functions for me yesterday during the hearing.
What?
I'm a little nervous about this, but you have a son. How old is
He's 12
Gio now? Yeah, okay, so he's almost teenage. So this would make Gio laugh out loud, I'm sure. I was watching, and Rudy Giuliani was getting upset.
Yeah.
He's sitting next to Jenna Ellis in the hearing, and he's getting really upset. Pay attention.
The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the truth.
So Jenna Ellis's neck snapped, and then she wrinkled her nose, gave Rudy side eye.
Oh, no.
Yeah, listen closely.
Single witness.
Oh, God. All right. So you get a little too Tutorowski, as we used to call it.
I put it in the Fartology 3000 machine to analyze it, just to make sure it wasn't like a chair scooting, because you can do that when you scoot a chair.
Yeah. Oh, all right. We don't have to get to. All right, we don't have to slow it down.
So well, I'm just trying to do, the right.
It's the forensics. Is that okay? Yeah. You're doing forensics. That's what it is.
I'm doing fart rensics.
All right.
So then later, Rudy is being yelled at by one of the Democrats who said, you're just doing this to get a pardon. All you're doing here is you're asking for a pardon, and boy, that lit Rudy up again.
Well, I will ask that he be disciplined for that.
Now that was like a one cheek sneak.
All right. Do we have any other news? Is there anything else besides that stuff? All right. Enough. All right, listen, I will.
just want to say you have to find entertainment wherever you can these days.
All right, I will take your one Rudy moment of flatulence and raise you a. I'll raise you a little Joe Biden from yesterday. There's Joe Biden who's trying to explain to everybody what he's going to do This is exciting. This is what instills trust and fear from other countries when the office of president-elect imaginary office holder Joe Biden says, "Hey, listen, if Kamala and I we don't get along and we talk about things, and she has a couple of views and I have a couple of views, and she says
a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign."
Yeah. I'll develop some disease and have to resign. That's how he's going to settle his issues that he has politically with Kamala Harris. That I'll tell you what, there are people quaking in their boots across the globe right now with that guy.
He just said the quiet part out loud.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
He did. That is, I thought you were joking, and I had not heard that quote, and I had not heard the stammering, and he's had a stutter in his past. But I thought you had manufactured
No. Listen. This is it in context. He was talking about when Barack, the two of them, him and Barack would get together. They disagree, and he says,
And I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Yeah, that's the clip. That's in context, talking about Kamala Harris being involved in the decision-making between the two of them and how that would work out.
Do you think that Joe will wake up every now and then these days? Because he's not too far from me. Do you think he's waking up and thinking that he's the vice president now and Barack is the president? Because Barack is everywhere. I don't know if you've noticed it. This should be Biden's time in the spotlight, even if he's just the presumptive guy. This should be his time. But you cannot swing a cat, and I'm not advocating cat swinging. You cannot swing a cat without Obama showing up and yammering. Did you hear his Super Bowl analogy to the election?
No.
Okay, may I?
Of course.
Okay, this happened with Colbert.
You imagine the Super Bowl, and the game's going on, and touchdowns are supposed to be worth 6 points with the extra point, unless you go for 2, and field goals are worth 3 points, and you're keeping score the whole time, and the refs and so forth, and then at the end of the game, a team's won, and somebody says, no, field goals aren't worth 3, or that wasn't really a touchdown.
So, two things. Isn't he really educated about football? Isn't that just impressive?
I've seen him throw a baseball, and I'm pretty convinced he has no clue what's going on with football. Just saying.
Yeah, it's thrown that out there too. But after yesterday's hearing, where we saw them send everybody home, and then they shooed them out of the counting room, and then grabbed the boxes from under the tablecloth and started counting the surprise ballots for a few hours.
Yep.
It's not like the game ended. It's like the refs sent everybody off the field at halftime and then changed the score.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I'm saying. But he won't go away. He is like gum on your shoe on a hot day.
Yeah, that's you wipe it off and it's on your finger, and then you wipe it on your shirt and it's on your shirt, and then you wipe it off your shirt and it's on your fingers, and then you flick it to the ground and it's on your shoe, and then you can take it off the top of your shoe and it's on your finger. I can go on and on and on. No, I get it. And ultimately, I'm upset because just like the Project Veritas audio, which is stunning from Jeff Zucker, who is already preparing the case against Rudy Giuliani and the president, more Rudy Giuliani, when in the audio that Project Veritas pulled from Jeff Zucker having that 9 a.m. Call with members of CNN, when he says,
there is a term for what Rudy Giuliani is suspected of being, which is useful idiot. And then on the Rudy Giuliani story, this is a really important story. It gets tied to the Hunter Biden email disinformation campaign. That's the way we do this, because it's all tied and part and parcel of one. I know Washington is working on putting that all together.
Yeah, putting that all together. Just like Jeff Zucker is not a journalist, he's an activist behind the scenes telling them that we need to make Rudy Giuliani look like a useful idiot so that when Joe Biden is president of the United States and the Senate says, hey, we want to investigate Hunter Biden and China and the connections there, and they go, really? It's Rudy Giuliani who put this forward. You really want? We're not even going to touch this because that guy's a loon. It's the same way that I have a problem with how little is being reported by local, state, and national media about the election fraud that's coming up, the eyewitness accounts, the video that shows some crazy stuff, and how, Mike, that there are newsrooms across the country that rip and read and run with it. And that's a fear that we're getting too much activism. And sometimes we're getting activism from people that don't even realize that they're perpetrating the activism because they believe CNN as a reliable source to get information, and it's not.
It's amazing to me the tone-deaf nature of CNN at this point, because Zucker, and I got to correct you.
Go ahead.
My buddy Chris Plant,
Yeah.
I think you know Chris.
Sure.
Chris says we're pronouncing it wrong. It's Zucker, like hooker.
Oh, is it?
And he keeps making that point.
Oh,
But anyway, the tone-deaf nature of CNN to get their drawers in a bunch and call O'Keefe and say, we are looking into this and calling law enforcement because you have used surreptitiously obtained recordings of secret conversations. These are the people who played the conversations between the First Lady and her friend that
Right.
were secretly recorded. And now they have their drawers in a bunch over this, only because it shows just the naked agenda that CNN has, the hatred that they've had for this president for 5 years now, not just the 4 years he's been in office.
Bowl of doggy do.
You better
Yes, a bowl of doggy do. We've got this big rally tomorrow with the president in Georgia.
Yeah, where people should vote. Please don't listen to Linwood and think that there's some kind of advantage. I examined that whole situation and listened to the audio after our conversation and thought, what in the world is that guy talking about? But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And our buddy John Kennedy, the senator from Louisiana, opined on the situation in Georgia, if I may.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have the IQ of a root vegetable, you know how important this election is. If we lose in Georgia, Senator Schumer, Senator Bernie Sanders, Speaker Pelosi, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez are in charge. Now, this is America. They're entitled to their opinions. But in my opinion, their ideas are barking mad.
I love that man. I just love him.
He's right.
Barking mad.
He's right. And that's what's at stake. And again, it goes back to the fraud that the president's talking about, the concerns about Georgia and the video and a lot of the things that we're seeing. Gosh, what is it going to be like in Georgia? How in the world do we know that the vote is secure? I dare say if Perdue and Loeffler win, the Democrats are going to say it's stolen. We can prove it. We can prove that we believe it, right? I mean, they're going to do the.
Stacey Abrams still believes she's the governor. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
She has not conceded that race. So you can only imagine what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is insane. But I do think the GOP is going about this the wrong way. They need to point out what will happen if this doesn't go their way, because they'll get Democrats if they tell them Joe Biden's going to take your guns.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's planning on doing.
Yeah. All right, we got to run. I'm looking at Jake, and I'm hearing the music in the background, and so I know we've got to run. But we always appreciate our Fridays and love having Mike Opelka, Pure Opelka, OPELKA.com on with us on Fridays, and when he fills in, and he's the best. And so we got to run. So
Sorry about all the farting.
So am I.
Sorry.
All right, send your cards and letters, care of Mike Opelka, to the station, and I'll be
Not
sure
sorry.
to. Okay.
Not
No,
really
you're fine.
sorry, though.
10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Coming up on Monday, we will have it. We will have the grand total final count on Monday, the big numbers, and get it all to you. We're excited about that. So we still have today and time to vet, box them up over the weekend, and we're going to have those numbers. We'll know. All right, excited about that. 10,000 for the troops. Let's find out what's happening with the remainder of the forecast leading into the weekend with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
An area of disturbed weather in the Gulf is streaming in clouds and even a few showers for today. Otherwise, temperatures warm into the upper 70s and even a few spots close to 80 degrees.